Spider Noir. It's got a new trailer. Sony and Amazon blocking people's reactions left and right, even when they like it. So we're gonna talk about that. I guess we won't do we won't show the footage when we do a trailer breakdown because they'll block the stream. Silly algorithm, silly AI. Speaking of AI, looks like we in trouble. You see those videos that are running around in this new program? It's only been like 2 or 3 years. We in trouble. Screenwriters and other people tweeting it out. We in trouble. So we'll talk about that. F1 looks like there's going to get a new movie after all, sequel, potentially. We shall see. So we'll talk about that and more, and whether or not Steph Sabra can do it again. Can she win 4 in a row as she's been by her lonesome? Yes, there was 1 week where she didn't win, but she was paired with Roxy Stryer in a great stream. But solo, she seems unstoppable. Can she beat Roka? We shall see. All right, let's get into it. It is the Kristian Harloff Show here today on this Thursday. It's me. It's Steph Sabra. Let's do it. Hello. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I knew that would make stuff laugh. That's why I did it. So, welcome back. We were expecting that, were you?
No. Hello.
It's like, yay.
That's all I want to be greeted with. Hello.
Hello. Steph and I watched the Muppets.
We did.
We watched the Muppets.
That's a hell of a sentence.
Yeah, we watched the Muppets. Now
we watched the Muppets, fam.
What a switch it's going to be, because we're going from the Muppets to like Boogie Nights.
Right. Well,
So,
that's what we've got going for us, right?
That's right. 100%. So we are we're gonna be doing that. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch the Muppet thing. I can't tell anymore. I don't understand what the audience wants anymore. I used to think I had my finger on the pulse when it came down. I don't understand. Everybody and their mother, they put out Kill Bill reactions. Ming had never seen it. Nobody watched it. Nobody. It's like 4,000.
Really?
Couldn't believe it. Kill Bill. I'm like that one will do well. Nobody gave 2 shits. So I don't know if the Muppets will do well. I have no idea. I can't tell when it comes to these things. Sometimes, like, Game of Thrones will do well, and DC movies and Marvel movies and Star Wars, I'm sure, will do well. I can't tell. I mean, hell, when I put Warrior out, I said, no one's gonna watch this. They're like 90,000 views. I can't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know what you guys want. I know I said that like Bill Burr, but nonetheless, I don't understand. I don't get it. What do you want? So anyway, what shall we get into first? Should we just well, first of all, as I mentioned, since you've been by yourself on this show the last couple of weeks, you've been unstoppable.
I have. By the grace of the chat. So yes. Thank you very much.
I think you've won what, 2 or 3 in a row? 3 in a row? 3 in a row, right?
I think 3.
3 singles. So could we make it 4? You have to beat Roka, who stands at 87 at the moment.
Okay.
Beatable,
but nice work.
Yeah, we got 5 at the moment. I think we goofed. I think initially we had the main topic today was that AI topic,
right?
Which we'll get into, and then we switched it to Spider Noir. I think that was a mistake. I think we should have stuck with the AI.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was a mistake to go with
for the broader audience.
I just think it's a topic that people want to discuss, and I think that we did, because the Spider Noir thing, I think people want to see it, and I think it was a great trailer. And you would know that because my reaction, I put the reaction on up, and it got blocked.
Why do you think they do that?
I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know. I had to, I'll appeal it, and then it'll get cleared. But by the time it gets cleared, everybody will already, have watched it already. So, but I'll the bottom line is I liked it. I dug the trailer. I thought, did you like the trailer?
I really liked it. I've been excited about this show. Of course, Across the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite movies of all time, and Spider Noir was just such a funny character, and so I have always been interested. And then when I found out they were doing a show, I was like, that's kind of cool. I didn't know they were doing that. And
loved
then
the
it
trailer.
kind of intrigued me because I feel like he is one of those characters that I'm like, I do think he could carry like an entire
Series.
show
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the trailer, I was like, because I'm not as familiar with the comic book character of Spider Noir. I'm
Me
like,
either.
I can't tell if Nicolas Cage made this character for him or if the character was made for Nicolas Cage. But either way, it just works.
If I remember the Capes and Cows conversations well enough, that it was a thing that was already there.
No,
But
I
let me.
know, but I'm like, was it this weird? Like,
Oh,
because
I
it
don't know.
feels
Like,
like it's like
yeah,
perfectly tailored for Nicolas
I
Cage.
hear what you're saying. 100%. So let me read this story. Hold on one moment, because like I said, I can't show the footage. I was going to show the footage and I was going to do a breakdown of it, but now after knowing, that it's getting blocked, I don't want the stream to get blocked. And I don't understand why they're doing it, especially when the fact that people are excited about this series. It makes no sense. Anyway, Spider Noir trailer promises an existential crisis, classic villains, web swinging scenes. First trailer for Spider Noir has been released, and it finds Ben Reilly going through an existential crisis while trying to protect New York from all manner of criminals. Prime Video has shared the first trailer and premiere date for Spider Noir, starring Nicolas Cage in his first leading television role. The 8-episode series coming out on May 27th. It is produced by Sony, exclusively for MGM and Prime. According to press release, Spider Noir will debut domestically on MGM's linear broadcast channel on May 25th, then go globally on Prime on May 27th as a big release in more than 240 countries and territories. The show will also be available to stream in 2 ways: in authentic black and white and true hue full color for audiences to choose their own adventure to watch. Fittingly, the trailer itself is also released in both formats, as you can see. Sneak peek is a little zanier than we anticipated, with Cage's Ben Reilly seemingly the unwilling recipient of superpowers that he never wanted. The show's tagline is, "With no power comes no responsibility," an intriguing twist on the Spider-Man mythos. Action looks pretty grounded, though we do catch a sight of Sandman, a spider-like monster, and a fiery character who could be taking on Molten Man, while easy to miss Electro also hinted, as you see in the included screenshots. There are some impressive web-slinging scenes too. It's a live-action series based on the Marvel comic Spider-Man Noir. It tells the story of Ben Reilly, seizing down on his luck private investigator in the 30s, who is forced to grapple with his past life, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So you got Nicolas Cage, Lamar Morris, Lee Jun Lee, Karen Rodriguez, tons of people. So let's see. Here's some of the pictures. That's the trailer. Definitely not playing that. I get the color. Okay, there's some of the shots here that you see. Creepy. I absolutely loved this trailer, and here's another reason why I thought it was so great is because it took that zaniness of what they did in Spider-Man, or Into the Spider-Verse rather, and they just catapulted into this live action craziness. And I said in my reaction that hopefully people will be able to see, this is what Sony should have done with Tobey Maguire. This is what they should have done with Andrew Garfield after the success of No Way Home. This is what they should have done as an animated film with Spider-Ham. They're taking this and spinning this off, and this makes sense because it's also in the Spider-Man lore. No one cares about Madam Web. No one cares about Morpheus, whatever the hell his stupid name is. Nobody cares about these people. They care about Spidey or something connected to Spidey. And if they would have put this out before Into the Spider-Verse, probably wouldn't have done well. But the fact that he was one of the more popular characters and they're really taking the essence of what that was all about, that's the noir stuff, and making it work. So I absolutely loved it. Thought it was great.
Yeah, I completely agree. When I saw it, I was just like, you kind of forgot about the bad taste that the other Sony projects might have left of recent, and you were like, oh, okay, like I'm so ready for this. This makes so much sense for Sony. I feel like it's such a smart decision. I completely agree. I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is such a phenomenon that they should absolutely branch off with the characters. Like they could do a Harley Quinn type show with Spider-Ham, like an animated series with him,
Yeah.
or put him in the real world. Like, I don't know, like kind of like a Roger Rabbit would be cool too.
I just want to see Mulaney voice him again. It was a lot of fun.
Totally. And you have
Yeah.
Mulaney. It's like you add voices like Nicolas Cage and John Mulaney. Like, what are you doing here? So this just feels like a great natural progression of the universe that they introduced to us on the big screen.
Right.
And yeah, I just feel like it's like really smart because you saw the movies and they were fine and fun to me, but this feels like, okay, a show just makes more sense.
Yeah, let me make this clear because first of all, thank you for actually approaching this like a real human being and someone that has a conversation, like a nice debate. I respectfully disagree. As a Spider-Man fan, I do care about these characters. Sony just executed them wrong. I don't disagree with you, and that's more or less what I meant. Not let me clarify. It's not that I don't think that nobody cares about the characters in general, but from the way that they've been set up, no one cares. And in the way that nobody would have cared if they just randomly did a Spider Noir movie, if they just randomly did that, but they're spinning it off of a popular character. So that's more so
Right.
what I meant. Like if they would have established some of those characters in some of the big popular movies, if somehow whatever might Craven, let's say Craven would have been introduced in a Spider-Man movie, and then you're like, whoa, that was cool, and then he gets his own spin-off movie. That's a different story. So that's more so what I meant. So I think we're on the same page. But first of all, thank you for bringing it up that way, and I think I agree with you. So anyway, this is what I hope Sony then takes from this, is that they say, okay, look, if this does well, then maybe they start to realize, all right, look, let's spin off some of this stuff that's doing well for us. Like I find it, I just so baffling that they had the opportunity, because the Garfield movie, the second one, kind of didn't do well, and but then they didn't. He went through the same thing that Hayden Christensen went through. You know, like it was nobody needs Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, and Toby was the guy, and nobody cares about it anymore. They couldn't do a Spider-Man 4. Blah, blah, they should have made this movie. And then years later, they're like, he was great. He was great. And then he's a standout in No Way Home. So if they could have done, and they made it that it was all canon within the MCU, they could have done 2 spin-off movies. Again, I don't know what the legality of it is. I don't
Right.
think that it has. I mean, they own the character, so I feel like they should be able to do it. But I don't know what the deal was with Marvel. I have no clue if they can, maybe they're not allowed to expand off the story that they worked with Marvel Studios. I don't know. But either way, this was something that they took from Into the Spider-Verse and now expanding it. I think it's pretty great.
Are you gonna watch it in color or black and white?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. There's no world I'm watching this in color.
Right. You're right.
I was goofing on the audience when in the reaction, and I said, maybe they said, okay, maybe we'll do black and white, we'll do color for the simpletons. it's like I get it though. I understand why some people can't do. It's just not that type of thing anymore. People don't watch black and white. It gets, but I don't know. I think wasn't what the shit, man, the Marvel special, the one with what was the one? The Werewolf by Night, whatever.
Oh yeah, Werewolf by Night was black and white.
And it worked great.
It was awesome.
Worked great. It's like, and I don't think they offer that in color. It's just worried that people, I guess Werewolf by Night didn't have to have the same kind of success that maybe this does when you have the budget that you have, and you have the, the talent of Nicolas Cage in there. So I don't know. I feel like people should watch this in black and white, but I get it if they don't want to. But I think it really captures the essence of the film noir thing, that you have to watch it in black and white.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of like a no-brainer for me as well.
Yeah. So anyway, that is what we are looking at right now with this particular trailer. I'm excited. Another thing I mentioned in the reaction was that so Matt Serra, whose channel I produce, he just finished watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Did you start watching it yet?
No, I need.
You got to watch it. You really?
Yeah, I
like
was gonna just binge it.
Yeah, you should. So he just he watched episode 6 yesterday. He wrapped it up, and he loved the series, and he's like, well, what else? What else can I say? I love doing this. What else should I start reacting and watching to it? I'm like, well, you got Daredevil coming out, you got Lanterns coming out, you got all these shows coming out that he's gonna be into, and I didn't realize House of the Dragon was coming out this year. House of the Dragon is coming out. There's tons of stuff he can watch. I didn't even think about this one. He should absolutely watch this.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's such a
right up his alley.
Yeah, totally.
Because he loved the Spider-Verse movies, so this will be great for him to watch. And I think a lot of people. Now, is it week by week, or is it?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Prime does only week by week, but
no, because I think there was it Fallout season 1 that they just dumped all in one.
Maybe, but season 2's week, but
Season
was
2 is
week
week,
5.
so maybe they're going back to week by
Yeah.
week, which I think is a good plan.
Yeah,
think
I
it's a
do
good
too.
plan. Well, good stuff. We changed the topic and the thumb again, and we're starting to get more people in here now.
Luke,
so Luke,
shout out.
Luke. Let's see this other, and because he put, I can't wait to talk to you about this because we're going to be it's going to be such an interesting conversation. It's crazy though. We'll talk about it in just a minute.
Okay.
So the question before we get into any of that is this: what did you guys think of the Spider Noir? Did you love it? Did you not love it? Put your thoughts in there. Hopefully, you guys are watching the Clips channel, getting new people in there every single day. If you are watching the Clips channel now, you just found this, subscribe to this channel. Maybe you can't watch the live show every day. Maybe you can't see it when we do it normally. At least we're at a minimum 4 days a week. So we're hoping that you guys, if you're like, oh, I can't watch it this day, but I want to see what you guys are talking about with the Spider Noir, subscribe. Come on, do it. All right, we're gonna get to a big topic here that I think it's one of the biggest topics out there right now. But before we do it, I'm gonna tell you about our friends over at Factor. Let's do it. Factor. Oh man, I love Factor. So I know it's freezing out right now. It's so cold. And some people go, you know what? I don't even have time to cook right now. Factor makes healthy eating easy. It's fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and it's crafted by chefs. So eating well without planning or cooking is possible. What I love about it is the quality of it. You see it, you're like, oh man, this looks good. Does it taste as good? Sure does. It's got functional ingredients. It's proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, healthy fats, no refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. There's meals that fit your goals and your schedule. Healthier eating, it's calorie management, and there's more protein. I love that there's like 100 rotating weekly meals. It keeps it fresh, and it's delicious throughout the wintertime. So you can use your different options, whether it's high protein, that's what I'm doing right now, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, salads, ready to eat salads. And there's even a new Muscle Pro collection, which supports strength and recovery. It's always fresh, never frozen, ready in about 2 minutes, no prep, no stress. You guys know how much I've been trying to get my health in order and having the meals possible and having the right meals, and that's where Factor fits in. I use it. You should too. So head on over to factormeals.com/Christian50off. Use that code Christian50off and get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Who doesn't like breakfast? Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan. One free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is happening. Thank you to our good friends over at Factor. I'm so excited that you guys are checking them out. They've been a wonderful sponsor for us. We're so excited to continuously have them on. And it also helps so much when it comes to eating right. And especially when you're on the run and you're doing stuff, people are always looking when they're at work, oh, what kind of lunch can I have and this to still keep myself on the diet. I don't have to go get fast food. Factor. It is absolutely incredible. Right, Steph? I agree. So what else? What was your favorite part about Factor? Do you like the meals? Big shits, 100%. I'm sorry as well. So anything else that you feel is going on in the news that we should be discussing? Right. It's almost like I'm talking to a ghost. Sure. Yeah. Potted plants. I like them too. So do you think she has any idea that I was just doing that? She has no clue I was doing that. I was talking to your empty chair for about 30 seconds.
Oh, so sorry.
It's good.
Good. Pregnant people have to pee like every
It's true.
20 minutes.
Harry just said something about big shits, and we had the.
I told him they're gonna pick it up. He
100%.
was finishing taking a shit, and I was like, I have to pee. I have 30 seconds.
We 100% heard about the big shits.
Oh my gosh, they heard you, Big H. The big shits. Okay.
Well, so much props.
Okay, please.
So much props. Well, so much props. I loved Harry 5 seconds ago. I love him more.
God.
What are you gonna say? He's like, he picked it up. My favorite part about that whole exchange was they picked it up. Babe, which part? Big shits. Well, Fuck yeah. Big fan.
My God.
Big fan. Anyway, so let's discuss. Well, first of all, you got to look. You got 11. You got a little bit to go to beat
Okay,
Roka.
okay.
We changed the topic, so we'll see. I was talking about Factor beforehand, Steph. It's like because I posted this thing on Instagram the other day because I would now going through routines in the gym. So I had posted something that I just wanted. I think it was working on arms or whatever. And so I did, and I posted it, and I got a lot of messages of people asking, like, well, because you getting up there when you get older, like it's not as easy when you're
Right.
younger. And people were like, so what are you doing? I said, I said, look, consistency is the most important. Like I go 4 days a week. You make sure you have a day off or a couple of days off. I usually, if I'm able to, I go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are usually that's what I try to do.
That's great.
And the consistency is the most important, but the other thing that's really important is your diet. And you've got to incorporate that in order to make it work. And that's why I'm trying to give as many different options as I can. So
diet's almost more important. You just have to
Yeah.
have the diet component. It just
Totally.
is not really, unless you're young. Like that's where the age comes in. Like when you're like 22 and you're just having creatine and protein powder, you could probably eat Pizza Hut every day.
Sure. Yeah.
But
You're
you can't do
100%.
that.
No, you're 100% right. And it is super, super important. So that's why I try to give people those options. So anyway, I posted that. And again, thank you to everybody who was very supportive. And it's been like a year now since I think beginning of March will be a year, but it's been close to a year. So I'm trying. I'm trying, and I hope that I can help people if they want to try to. All right, let's get to this topic because it's going to be an interesting conversation. Because it's funny because whenever Steph and I usually talk about this, in the long run, I think we both agree
Right.
with what's happening here. It doesn't change our opinion of So have you seen any of these videos?
I just saw the pictures in the articles.
Okay.
In the article.
Get out of here.
Oh my God. I was like,
stop it. Is she coming in here? No, I said Ray.
Who are you?
I'm Kristian Harloff. I host the show. Get out of here. I don't need you. This is my friend Ray.
Ray who?
Sorry, I meant Steph.
Skywalker.
Steph Skywalker. All right. Here's the video.
You killed Jeffrey Epstein, you animal! He was
it's crazy.
Oh my God, I literally hate the dialogue.
It's crazy the fact that I could be. Look, yes, it looks like, to me, it looks like the much, 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 much better version of video game cutscenes right now. Like, there's crazy shit that's going on in these videos. Like, yes, you can still tell it is not real, clearly, from the freaking dialogue that was in there too. And the problem is this, because you had there had been screenwriters and people like, if they can do this already with this new program, with this Seedance right away, we're in trouble. Right? Now that's what it's able to do in 2026. Remember when you were in studio in 2022, 2023, we were talking about how AI was really starting to become like a thing. It's only really been, let's say 3 years since the big push of all this stuff. This is what it's already been able to do in 3 years. What's it going to be able to do in 10? Shit, what's it going to be able to do in 5? So the fact that right, people are right, but you're not understanding this. You're not understanding this. Sure, 100%. Yeah, you can tell. It still looks like crap. It's been 3 years. It is so scary that it was like you look at some stuff that the last version of this thing did, and it's like they're never gonna get this. And then within 6 months, they do this. What's it gonna do in a year? Like, and this I will say until I'm blue in the face. My generation, your generation, every generation that's in this chat is gonna be the AI slop and this, and I'm part of it. Oh, this, it's too much. It's crap. No one's gonna ever care. The younger generation, it's no different. They don't know what CDs are anymore. You don't know what CDs are. They don't know what these things are. We didn't grow up with 8 tracks and stuff, but our parents did, right? They know that stuff. This will become, when they start to master it, if they can make the Sopranos ending the way that they wanted to end it and actually see Tony get whacked and it looks real. They showed a Breaking Bad. I saw a Breaking Bad scene, Steph, where Walter comes in, he throws Saul against a thing, and you could have told me it was from the show. The only thing that was very noticeable is that when he goes to walk back into the kitchen where Saul is, the door opens up by itself. So if you pay attention, you can see that they still can't get it, but it's scary. I have an article I was going to read, but what do you think when you see these videos?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what has been on the back of my mind for a while. It is scary, and it feels like they keep updating things, and the AI keeps getting better. And so we update the discussion, but it's kind of, the same realization if you followed at all how technology works. It's like we had the Razor 1 year, and then 2 years later we had an iPhone. So it's like,
Right.
this is just a natural progression of technology. It does look better than it did 6 months ago, and 6 months ago it looks better than it did a year ago. So it's going to keep getting better. The part that is and that doesn't mean, obviously, I'm just saying what is. It doesn't mean I like it. I actually hate it. But I think that it's dangerous for a few reasons. Like, have you been seeing those studies that Gen Z is the first generation that's IQ is not higher than the generation before them?
It's because of all the social media stuff, right?
Social
Yeah.
media, and now with AI, it's going to happen with the younger generation because people can't think for themselves.
Right.
And then you understand that's a part of it. Then you understand the environmental damage of it all and all of the energy it takes to produce these videos. And then it's also like, when you think about everything we've been taught as humans, it's like, oh, talent is 10% and hard work and your attitude is the other 90%.
Sure.
And it's like, I guess it's some work, but part of the beauty is like the hours it took to learn a program so that you can create step-by-step art of an original image in your head. And like all of this is like already IP that they're using. So I guess it will be like different to me, or maybe I would adjust more if I saw like original characters, but all they do is take known characters doing stuff. And it's like, I don't even know how to look at this through a lens.
But that's also the same argument where it's like, the sequels today, all they do is make sequels. All they do is make sequels. All they do is this, and they never make original stuff. There's tons of these original videos and other things out there. The things that go viral are normally the ones of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
There are tons of them that they're making. Doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, but they're making tons of these things, original stuff. But the fact is, they'll be able to do these things because I showed my wife is she hates AI, hates it.
Yeah.
And this morning I said, look at this movie. She's like, what movie is that? And I said, that's AI. She's like, what? And she couldn't believe it. And she goes, well, how Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt gonna feel about that?
Right.
I said, today they're probably not happy about it, but it's also why Disney's getting ahead of this stuff and everybody else is getting ahead of this stuff, and that's why SAG and everybody else put together these deals. Eventually they're going to make look, you already have was it Aronofsky or who is it? Someone is already making AI videos and everything too. And let's get to another point about someone in the chat said, I guess I went to film school for nothing. I think that's actually, I think they're going to start teaching AI classes pretty soon in film school. But I think that actors are and estates and other things, if they haven't already, going to start selling off. Look at James Earl Jones. He had signed off his voice and other things too. This is going to start to be part of deals that are made in Hollywood. If agents are smart, they're already putting these deals together. Like, look, if Tom Holland does another movie, if you guys decide in 5 years from now you're going to make a Spider-Man movie with him at age 22, you're going to pay him the same amount of money that you paid him with this. If you're going to release it in the theater, it's like the business is going to be changing in the same way that I talked about with when I saw the person's comment about film school. They said, well, I went to film school for nothing. No, well, and this example was made on Twitter. Now, not that Christopher Nolan would use AI. He probably would never even imagine it or even go near it. But what happens if Christopher Nolan sits down and wants to make an AI movie? What's that going to look like? He never will. It never will happen. Del Toro will never make it. But the difference between if Del Toro is prompting the AI to do something as opposed to Frank Biscuits in Detroit is going to be very different. And you continue to change it. And look, Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm to do AI stuff. I'm not being a proponent for any of this stuff. I'm just telling you of the way that the business is going to look at these things is that eventually if you have someone like a Kathleen Kennedy and other people already running AI companies and doing things, the business is starting to bend the knee towards it because these top people are not fighting it. People are, we're cooked, we're done. They're going to start teaching this stuff, and there will be people that will always fight against it, and mostly people in our generation beneath mine, and another thing too. But it's the Gen Z and younger that are going to be taught this stuff in schools, and there will be there's going to be a new Die Hard movie with Bruce Willis at 30 years old. Right after the events, and you're going to see it. You're going to see the ending. You're going to see these certain things. That's why Disney's doing this thing too, Steph. Disney's doing the user-generated AI stuff eventually too, and this type of stuff will be out there. I don't know.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see. Like, it kind of feels inevitable of where it's going to go. And I don't know if it's the article you just read or another one you sent about
the China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I read that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring that up. All right. So here it is. This is China Seedance 2 video AI goes viral. Yada yada. Where the hell is it? Okay. People say Hollywood is now in danger. So I saw that Seinfeld thing too. Now I did watch that Seinfeld one, and I will tell you that there's part of it you can still tell like this is, you can see AI face right there.
Yeah.
Like this particular AI face, like Tom Cruise is crazy. The Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt one was crazy. The race is on between China and U.S., and the arena is AI. The latest hit to come from China is Seedance 2.0, an AI video model that generates cinematic shots so good that it has gone viral on social media, and many, even people who know their A and I well, are calling it a leap that should make Hollywood shake in its boots. The Seedance 2.0, which is not yet available publicly but has limited access, seems to be so good that within hours of its arrival, X is flooded with sample videos. Upon seeing what Seedance 2.0 can do, many users are saying Hollywood is cooked, claiming now that anyone can now make Hollywood-like movie videos. AI video tools are improving at a rapid pace, and Seedance 2.0 seems to be the most capable such tool yet, particularly when it comes to cinematic scenes. It has been created by ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok. The model was launched on February 10, 2026 as a limited beta on the Gemini AI platform. The new model allows users to generate short cinematic clips, typically between 4 and 15 seconds, using a mix of text prompts, images, video references, and even audio inputs. But unlike earlier text-to-video tools that often produce glitchy or unrealistic results, this model appears to handle motion, lighting, framing, and character consistency far better. This, according to the company behind it, is due to director-level control that the tool gives to users. The level of control, along with the AI model's ability to keep characters, lighting, and scenes consistent across shots, is driving the excitement online. Users testing Seedance 2.0 are sharing clips with smooth camera movement and dramatic scenes that look surprisingly close to real studio productions. On X, users have been posting videos generated by Seedance that look straight out of a Hollywood film. Some clips show Kanye West-style music videos with dramatic lighting, performance shots, while others feature over-the-top action sequences from Will Smith fighting a giant spaghetti monster to absurd blockbusters like Godzilla versus a tiny cat. Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt. Karen says, "Could see accuracy and details are too real." This is one of those ones. You can see that already. While many users are praising how advanced the video generation looks, there is growing anxiety. Several are raising concerns about copyright and regulation. For instance, Justin Moore, a partner at a major U.S. venture capital firm, pointed to what she sees as unregulated use of AI models and the copyright implications involved. Getting absolutely mugged by China on video models because they don't care about copyright. And Seedance 2 isn't even broadly available in the US yet. She wrote on X, "It's going to dominate all your feeds with the real release later this month." It's pretty, I mean, she makes a good point, but that's that spaghetti monster one. There are also wider legal and ethical questions, particularly around AI generated clips that resemble actors or mimic established franchises. Users are raising concerns about copyright, consent, and the risk of deepfakes. Regardless, Seedance 2.0 is leaving a strong impression, showing just how quickly AI videos are advancing and giving a glimpse of what the future of filmmaking could look like. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying in a lot of different ways, right? It's like she makes a very good point. Is that, and I guess the same question that my wife asked, right? It's like, what's the copyright on this stuff too? Because if you're already showing that, I mean, even that clip that I showed with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, of what the absolute nonsense that they're saying into the dialogue is like, the Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. And I don't want myself saying that. Get that out of there. How do I get that off the internet? And we're still, however many years we are into the internet's success, and it's still the wild, wild west on the damn internet. And it's not regulated. So how long before they regulate this, if at all?
Yeah, I don't think the problem is that profit rules everything.
Yeah.
And Harry and I were actually just talking about this because he used to fly drones, and drone technology is cool and it's awesome. And like you can, but very swiftly they brought it to Congress and they were like, we want to ban drones because now we don't know like the privacy, the security risks, like
Right.
all of this stuff. And within months, you can't fly your drones. Everyone who owns drones, he can't get it up in the air because they just shut the software down.
Oh, wow.
So people are like, well, it would be too hard to regulate social media, because that's been another discussion. Like, how do we regulate social media? Kids are more depressed than ever. Like, so like revenge porn is a thing. Like all these horrible things have happened because there's no regulation. And the question's not if they can. It's just the profit is too high
100%.
that they don't care. And I think that's how it's going to be for AI for a very long time. Like, they don't care about regulation if it means profit.
Sure.
The only time that they'll care about regulation is if people stop caring about movies and TV because it's become completely overcome with AI.
When those companies lose power, right?
Right.
Because it's the same thing where it's like there's tons of companies that should be like, if look, the political system in general, it's like, hey, this political party actually fights for us, even though we're pretty horrible, but we give them a lot of money, so we're going to be able to run this as long as we want to. As long as we give them money, we'll be fine. And that's the same thing with social media companies too. It's like, okay, well, we have advocates and we put enough money into their campaigns, they'll fight for us. They won't regulate it. They'll give us a couple slap on the wrist, but we'll be okay to do what we want to do. But yes, Blockbuster probably thought they were going to be running the shop for a long time, and they had a chance to be Netflix and they blew it. Social media and other companies and this is why I say, like, when you see this wave coming, you either get knocked over by the wave or you try to ride it with a surfboard. And I think that's what Kathleen Kennedy's doing. And you can say whatever you want about Kathleen Kennedy. She's going into this now and she's like, look, I'm going to try to understand this because this seems to be where it's going. If you're Kathleen Kennedy today, you're going, okay, with this Seedance, let's figure this out. And Disney's doing the same thing. Whether or not you, again, agree with it or don't, Disney says, we can't fight this wave, so we're going to surf on it. You know, and there are other companies that are going, no, we'll never do it. And there's other directors and stuff that will never do it. Because someone even said it too, using my Nolan example. imagine the reason why someone or film students, right? The reason why film students, if they sat down and use this stuff, is like they can then take once you're able to like make full movies on this, like, all right, the scene I want, if you're directing it, not with AI, but just live, you're like, okay, I want to make sure that the light is hitting my actress's face at this. I want to make sure that we get it the right thing. I want to make sure there's a shadow that hits here. I want to do all this stuff. And you have a vision as a director that you want, and you prompt that exact thing in there. And then you're working on it. And you're like, holy shit, this is exactly what I wanted. And it took me 17 minutes as opposed to a full day to get that one shot. That's the kind of scary shit that's going to happen, because eventually, like right now, yes, I'm with everybody that you look at it and you can still see it's like, okay, it's fun. And people get bored with new toys very fast. Like Sora 2 is another one. Everyone was throwing out Sora stuff and Sora, and then like, I'm bored. What's next? And now this comes out, right? It's like the little 15, 30-minute clips that'll be all over Instagram. They'll be everywhere. But when you start making movies and you start not being able to tell that they're, that it's AI anymore, that's going to be the scary thing overall, because of exactly what they just said. It's also, look at some of this shit. Like every video I see now on Instagram, on TikTok, Twitter is followed by @Grok. Is this real?
Right.
It could be me eating a sandwich. Is this real? Because nobody knows anymore.
Right. Yeah, I see it even just in the comments of reels in TikTok. This is AI, this isn't, or whatever. Even on
Right.
stuff that's like clearly off someone's profile and is real, it just like questions people are just like questioning things. But that, like, there's a few things to take into account. One, you can't underestimate the power of what's the word, like just the generations growing up and like brainwashing, so to speak, like where this is just their reality.
Right.
And so generation after generation, if this is their reality, becomes normal, and like they don't have something to base off what it was. Like they can watch old movies and they could be like, that was really good, but they don't actually have the clarity of mind to be like, oh, like people were for hours trying to get the perfect daylight shot and a perfect golden hour shot, and like had to shoot
Right.
this 4 different times and whatever, and have that care, like you start degrading at the care. But then in another way, we don't understand yet what it's gonna do to, like, not to be dramatic, but like humanity and the way
Right.
we function as
Sure.
people. Because even things like Amazon Prime, it's like no one really thought about how that would like shape how humans are, but it absolutely has changed the way humans are. Like now, any minor inconvenience, oh, what do you mean it takes 5 to 7 days? Oh, I can't just get it on Amazon Prime. Like I'm
Right.
probably not going to get that. I'm going to get another product, because just like we are so hardwired for ease and convenience
Sure.
now in a way that we never were before. And when you start making movies and TV that are kind of in that same vein, like it's just convenient.
Yeah.
Then I don't know, like, what does that do to the viewership? Like, do people even care when it becomes to a level of convenience, or will they not realize that it's a level of convenience? Like, you can't like account for that in
It's
its
true.
long-term effect.
Well, shit. Look how we are even so desensitized in general of like the loss of human life in certain things,
Right.
right? Like you look at like, so again, bringing up X. I remember when I was growing up, there was a series VHS tapes that were like, couldn't believe it was called Faces of Death, and I don't know if you ever heard of it, right? And so Faces of Death was this crazy shit and it was just people. It was like underground kind of black market stuff that was hitting the the market, and people were watching. It was people getting taken out and everything. It was, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I want to see that. You see that on Twitter scrolling now.
Right.
There's stuff of like and not on purpose. I'm like, I was scrolling through, watching something, something happened in Brazil. I'm like, oh, what is that on my feed for? And like, it's just, and you're getting desensitized to all this stuff. I mean, even like, it's crazy, like the amount of things that are happening. And because even with everything, not to go into depth with it, but everything going on with the files right now, and there's so much that's coming out, and you're like, wait, is that actually in the files? Did that actually happen? And then there's like
Right.
pictures, and people are like, oh, look, This guy's walking around in the marketplace. Look at him, and then it's like, look at the bottom right. It's generated by AI, and that's the dangerous part. Is
Yeah,
that
I
like,
know. I saw the government's even using it now. Like
yeah,
there was like a video after one of the Minnesota shootings, and you could see that it wasn't directly from the government, but a member, like a family member,
right,
and the car was AI, and it was like you could definitely see it because it had the symbol, and then it didn't have the
right,
symbol, and it's like
right.
that's so crazy. So now you're training people to actually believe things happen just by you saying it did, and then having the means to create something to show for it.
Yes. And then, I mean, like, you just can't tell what's real and what's not. Like, there was, and I still have no idea. Like, there was, I don't, everybody see this RFK thing, the Jar Jar Binks thing?
No, I saw
So
that he was eating yogurt for the Super Bowl, and
I'm trying to see if I can, like, I was like, this is 100%. Okay. So it's, I was like, this is 100% not real. This is, there's nothing been more fake than this. And other people, I don't know. Seems pretty real. It's him doing an impression of Jar Jar Binks. And it's so real looking that people are like, wait, is this actually what the hell is happening now? I can't find it. So someone said, like,
yikes.
then we can't tell if it's AI. I'm trying to find it. But just look it up. It's just RFK doing Jar Jar Binks. It's crazy.
He's a weird guy, so he might.
But people didn't even know because because sometimes you move the mouth and you're like, oh, it doesn't. I'm like, this is obviously fake. And then people are like, I don't know. He's trying to make a point here. And I'm like, no way he's doing an impression of it. So it's I don't know anymore. And there's two things. One is that, I covered the UFO topic. Now there's nothing you can do with the UFO topic now when it comes like, oh, was this footage real? It's AI. Doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Could be legit right on top of your house. If I went outside and there was a UFO over my house and I was recording it, that's AI. It's the first thing it's going to say, and rightfully so. The other crazy thing is, how much do you know about like and I know we've talked about it in the past, but the simulation theory?
Oh yeah, we have talked about that. Yeah.
Essentially the fact, like, look at it. This it's essentially saying that we are in a simulated program right now, right? So I don't know what to think about that in general, but all I'll say is this. Let's say do you think it's outside the realm of possibility that in 15 to 50 years from now, that there'll be a program enough in VR, whatever it might be, that not only can you see these things where you are in this world, but you'll be able to smell it, you'll be able to touch it, and you'll be able to do, certain things of that nature where it'll trick your brain to thinking, oh, I'm in a pizza place. I smell the sauce. Oh, I'm on a roller coaster. I can feel the air. I just saw a bird and I felt it fly by my face. Do you think that it's possible with AI, with all these different senses, that it can trick your brain, potentially that it could do that in 15 to 50 years?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So if that is the case, is it possible to say that that's already happened? That in 200 years, if you believe that could happen in 15 to 50, that in 200 to 300 years, if you're putting that stuff on, that you could essentially create this, thinking that you're touching a table, talking to a microphone, talking to people on the side. Like, is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. There's so much minutia with the human experience, though. Like, it's possible to desensitize enough after like years and years where you like forget things like, oh, I get sore after I do this amount of squats, but not that amount of squats. And like you kind of like know your body. And especially if you're more attuned with your body than some people are, like, little things, like little creaks that happen. That would take such a specific type of masterful AI to get to like if I've already been living.
But what I'm saying is, what if it's been an AI since you're born? That's when your mind can explode.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I think it's possible? Sure. Do I think it's happened? No.
Yeah. Well, someone said I'm literally describing the Matrix. That's where the Matrix came from.
Right, right,
The
right.
Matrix wasn't an original idea by the Wachowskis. The Matrix took simulation theory and made it into a movie.
Yeah.
So it's actually the opposite.
And then there's like Ready Player One, where they know they're getting into it, but it is so real.
Yeah. Look up what I always tell people is look up oh my God. What's his AJ? What's his channel's name? Oh my God, you guys know. Help me.
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, the audience does it. But
Okay.
he did a whole thing on the simulation theory. And I would tell people to check people to the Y files. So I would check out the Y files on the simulation theory to check out exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. Because I don't know, like the day that you can imagine, Steph, imagine the day that you can say, okay, Steph, I'm gonna put a VR headset on you now. And you're gonna go to a waterfall in Brazil, whatever, right? And you put the headphones on, the headset on, you go and you put your hands out and you actually feel the water and you feel everything kind of going down your arm and all that. And then I take it off. Like the craziness of the detachment. It's like, you know how many people are it's going to be like Wall-E. They're just going to be, they're not going to want to leave, because if you could actually do that and live, it is the Matrix. If you're going to live a separate life to where you can go, okay, I can actually get away from my mundane job for a little bit, and I can actually go to a movie premiere, be a movie star for today. Will that Ready Player One type style in 100, 200, 300 years? I'm not counting it out anymore after seeing this stuff.
Yeah, I feel like there's some people where that is interesting too. Especially if we have like a super high population who is depressed.
Yeah.
And doesn't like their life. I really like my life, and I really love living. And like when I travel, the sights are amazing, but it really is about the human experience, like meeting the people, tasting their food by them. And I wouldn't, with my consciousness now, because I've already been born, and let's say I wasn't born in simulation and this is actually all real, I would not want to do, like, I wouldn't have an escape fantasy. Like I wouldn't be
Today.
the market today. Yeah.
Today. But who knows when you're 60? Who knows? Who knows? You'd like to think that it's going to feel exactly the same way. Who knows? I just think that technology in 3 years has changed so dramatically and so rapidly that outside of just the stuff with the Hollywood, Seedance stuff, there are tons of things that are happening. And as I mentioned, the UFO topic, whether or not I talked about this, and I'm going to probably bring it up today on the channel, is that there's, first of all, I would say the chances of this, I think, happening are at 3%, but there's rumors from a lot of different people that say there's going to be a speech made in July announcing disclosure. I think you got more chance of my water bottle getting up and doing a dance on the table than that happening. But if something like that indeed happens, and if there is more introduction to different technologies, and even if the conversation of disclosure is what these things are, and it's technology we've been working on for 30 to 70 years or whatever it might be, who knows? I don't know. I think that humans are way more accepting and nodding their heads of like, oh yeah, that's okay. You tell me how I'm supposed to live and the way that I look at everything, until they say, well, actually, no, you're supposed to look at it this way. Oh, okay, no, I'll look at it this way. It's just how we are. It's how a lot of people are just designed. They think that they're not. But it is. Even that's why I always use that stuff. When people, what words am I supposed to be saying now? Cooked. What word am I supposed to be saying now? AI slop. What word am I supposed to be saying now? It's like no one thinks for themselves. No one thinks for themselves.
The quote even in this from the venture capitalist.
Yeah.
What did she say? She said, "Oh, we're getting mogged by China right now." I was like, "This is."
It's like what the words that and it's no. And someone brought this up last time. It's no different than everybody who started saying "cool" at one point. Like "cool" came out of nowhere. Someone said "cool," and then certain ones stay. Certain ones like, "Oh yeah, remember we used to say that," and nobody says that anymore. Of course. It's just, and I'm not saying that I very much have taken certain things and said certain things that have been in the culture. It doesn't mean that I can't hate certain things that come out there too, but we follow like, what's everyone else saying? What is everyone else watching? What does everyone else think is cool? What are we supposed to be doing now? Okay, let's walk in a straight line. It's just how it happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you guys make of Seedance? And honest, let's see the other question. How many of you guys are going to be using it? And none of you are going to be being honest about it. We'll see. Put your thoughts, check it out. And I want to know, again, put it on the comments section, put it on the replay, put it on the Clips channel, man. Great. All right. Let's do one more topic, and then we'll try to see if you can take out Roka.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to this one. We talked about Brad Pitt. Let's stay with Brad Pitt. I loved F1. How did you like F1? You liked it, right?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
really fun.
Right. You liked that one. You just didn't like Roofman, but you like this one.
Yep.
F1, the movie producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, confirms sequel is moving forward. F1, the movie recently landed a surprise Oscar nomination. That was pretty shocking. And producer Jerry Bruckheimer has now confirmed that Apple TV is moving forward with a sequel. F1, the movie raced straight to the top of the worldwide box office when it opened late last. Ultimately, it earned $630 million worldwide, making it the highest grossing sports film of all time. Wow. It was also last year's biggest original feature, delivering the biggest opening for original live action film. There's somebody in this comment section that still keeps saying it's a failure. I don't understand how that person does math, but okay. In the US in the last 5 years, as well as Brad Pitt's highest grossing feature to date. Film received an A cinema score along with an impressive 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite finding such an unprecedented level of success, a sequel hasn't been officially announced. However, F1, the movie landing a surprise Oscar nomination for Best Picture, might have changed things. Talking to the BBC producer Jerry Bruckheimer, followed the follow-up is moving forward. He said, we're working on a sequel. The filmmaker declined to offer any sort of casting details or even a timeline for when work will begin, but made sure to point out that he will, of course, be involved with that. Later admitting that he was surprised and delighted by the Oscar nomination. He said it was a long journey to get that movie made because we had to endure a couple of strikes, but in the end, the movie entertained audiences around the world. I never worked with Brad Pitt before, and it's really a thrill to work with Brad. Beyond the box office and critical success that F1 has found, it's not overly surprising that the movie is getting a sequel. This year, Formula One is moving from ESPN to Apple TV. Well, there you go. In the US, and the streamers expected to make the sport one of the platform's biggest attractions. I will also say, as much as I want to see a sequel here, I'm going to be disappointed if they don't combine this with Days of Thunder and they don't do a sequel. Have you seen Days of Thunder? Okay, we're gonna have to watch it. Do you know what Days of Thunder is?
No idea.
It's Tom Cruise's race car movie that they did.
Is it about F1?
Not about F1, but it's race car driving.
Okay.
You can easily make it about F1. And I would love to see the two of them do this together because you have Kaczynski. I would assume he's going to direct the sequel. He should. Who directed this? He directed Top Gun Maverick. I also think with this, Seedance stuff running around and Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise working together and doing this thing, I think they should play off of that. And I think that they should absolutely 100%. If you combine the two of them, it would be a massive budget, but it would also, who wouldn't see a Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt race car movie, competing race car, especially from a classic from the early 90s, I think was Days of Thunder. So we'll watch that one. Watch Days of Thunder, you and I. And it's Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise. It's where they
love her.
I think that's where they met and before they got married. So I'm excited for a sequel. Even if it doesn't happen with Days of Thunder, it should happen. What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, I think that it's one of those franchises that it makes sense to extend it because at least for me, it was kind of an introduction to F1 for me, honestly. As a viewer, I have heard about it. I know it's extremely popular around the world, but I didn't understand it. I didn't know it was like completely new cars and not using a actual car model. It was all new to me, and it's very interesting, and I feel like it has a massive worldwide market. So from that way, from on in that sense, it makes sense. And then also it's like, because it's the whole sport, I feel like there's so many stories they could tell within the sport that doesn't have to involve Brad Pitt. Even if they wanted to just go into a new F1 story, that would work for me too, because I think a race car movie in general is just a fun thing. So either way, it's kind of like a win-win, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should do this without Kaczynski. I don't think that they will.
Right,
You just
right.
got-
That makes sense, but
Yeah.
the characters I don't need to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's as if you're playing off of something that was successful, and in the same way that you wouldn't want Maverick to come back and Top Gun. It's like you kind of want him to come back, and I get
That's
what you're
so
saying.
different.
I know, and I understand, because you're building off of Top Gun, but you could have done a Top Gun series with different,
Totally.
right? But it's not the same, because you've already met this character and you fall in love with it. If you're building off of that, it's the same. Look at Social Network, right? Social Network is coming back and they're doing a sequel, but not really. Not really. All the actors are different.
Well, yeah, because that's you're talking about Facebook, who literally has it's based off real life characters.
I know. I'm just saying, though.
But I agree with you. Like, the sentiment of it coming
Yeah.
back, it doesn't have the same taste. It
Right.
doesn't.
Right. So, I mean, you don't need, you could do, if you wanted to, you could do an F1 sequel with other actors in the way that you did Fast and Furious, right? Like Fast and Furious, you did a few of them, like you said, and then you get to a place where then you have to bring them back. You could you do F1 or the sequel with other racers, and then the third one is, then he races up against Brad Pitt again. But I don't know. I think you just kind of carry off the momentum here and do it that way. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Do you want to see a sequel? Do you think that they should do a crossover with Days of Thunder, or let it be? I lied. We have, I think, 2 more stories to do.
Okay.
As you're at 27 right now, let it build a little bit more. But I got
keep
2
throwing
stories.
it in.
I think that wanted to bring this up because I would be really, really sad if I didn't. James Vanderbeek
Oh,
passed away, and this one hits a little harder for me too, because so my wife knew people in Circle was for what she did, and her work. Like, she knew his wife. We'd met them a few different times, and very sweet woman. And he was very nice when I had a chance to meet him. And just devastating story here. Devastating story. James Vanderbeek, of course, from Varsity Blues, has passed away. He's a young man. He's 48 years old. He rose to fame with as Dawson's Creek. He was 48 years old. Vanderbeek passed away earlier after a long battle with colorectal cancer. His family confirmed that the news. I can't fucking read right now. I'm sorry. I need my glasses and I can't find them. Vanderbeek passed away earlier today after a long battle with cancer. His family confirmed the news via his social media channels. In a statement on Instagram, his family said, "Our beloved James David Vanderbeek passed peacefully this morning. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. There's so much to share regarding his wishes, love for humanity, and the sacredness of time. Those days will come. For now, we ask for peaceful privacy as we grieve our loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend." Vanderbeek's career spanned into film, scoring a genuine hit with football drama Varsity Blues and the acidic black comedy The Rules of Attraction. Other film credits: Downsizing, Harvest, Bad Hair, NJ, and Silent Bob Strike Back. Other TV credits include a major role in CSI Cyber and a fictional version of himself in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. He also lent his voice to the animated Disney Channel series Vampirina. The actor had been set for a reoccurring role on a mayoral candidate in Prime Video's upcoming Legally Blonde prequel series, Ellie, or Elle. He is survived by his wife of more than 25 years, Kimberly, and their 4 daughters and 2 sons. And one of the things I read that was just heartbreaking was that they had spent a lot of their money on his treatment, that they were financially in trouble. So I know that I saw Paul Walter Hauser posting about a campaign. and I think that they're trying to raise over $1 million. I think they've raised a big amount. I know that my wife donated this morning. So it's tragic, absolute tragic, because like I said, my wife has been following this one a little more personally, and she said, because when my oldest was, I mean, shoot, she must have been 3-4 years old, there was one of her clients my wife worked on, had us over, and they had a bunch of the kids over, and that's when we met James and his wife, and it's just so surreal because like it was only like 10 years ago, and then within that time, life,
Right.
and like, so I remember Sadie saying to me, it must have been 6 months ago, a year ago, she's like, have you seen these pictures of him? And she's like, I just doesn't look good. So oh, that's great. Someone said that they raised over $1 million already. That's great. They should, I hope they raise 10.
Right.
Seven kids or 6 kids.
6 kids.
6 kids, and it's, I mean, that's tragic. I hope they raise over 10. So if you can donate, and I will tell you, I can't tell you whether or not from a couple interactions, from what I gathered, very good people. From what I gathered in those conversations, what people say about them, very good people. So horrible when things like this happen to very good people. Loving dad, loving husband, and gone way too soon.
Yeah, 6 young kids. It's really, really tragic. I
Yeah.
mean, 48 is really young. Like,
Super young.
when you're like 18, you don't think so, but once you hit like 30, you're like, that is like you have more than you should have more than half of your life left, like,
100%.
or at least half of your life left to live, and be with your children. And I remember last year he had like a video go viral. I think I rechecked the news in March, and it was just like a very beautiful sentiment of him reflecting on his treatment and kind of the way he views his life and how we should all view ourselves in the world. And it was just really pretty. And in it, he was like on the road to recovery, and then I looked back and I saw the photos, and it's just like things can change so quickly, but
Heartbeat.
also shows you how heartbreaking it is, because it's like he's extremely successful.
Yeah.
Millions of followers still loved to this day. And even someone like him, this treatment can be absolutely draining and debilitating, and it's just awful.
It's horrible. I mean, they did I think what it was is that they did the Dawson's Creek like reunion not too long, and he just wasn't strong enough to make it.
Yeah.
He could do it, and there was like a message that he had, and he was like super thin, and he was he's just struggling, man. He's just struggling. So the cliche thing to say, and I hate saying it, but I mean it, is that I'm glad he's not in pain anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take away from the fact that it adds more pain to his family, adds more pain to his poor kids, his wife. But I'm sure they feel the same way. You don't ever want to see people struggling that way. And it's like, look, it'd be great if he was able to bounce back and was able to fight this thing off, but he didn't. He was struggling and he was hurting, and like nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. You don't want to see someone you love struggle with that and horrible. So there's really nothing else you can say except God bless, and I'm so happy that they've already raised that kind of money. I hope that people go and donate to them. And like I said, I hope they raise $10 million. I hope that those kids never have to struggle ever. So we'll see. All right, guys, put your memories, Vanderbeek, put your thoughts in there. Gone too soon, 48 years old. All right, no easy transition. Let's talk about something positive. You want to talk about something positive, Steph?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something positive. Snow White lost $170 million for Disney.
Oh my gosh.
Almost a year ago came Disney's live-action Snow White film, which proved a disaster, generating global box office of just $205 million worldwide from a reported budget of $270 at the time. Multiple reasons were cited as being part of the film's failure. From nearly century-old Disney IP, multiple Snow White adaptations in the past, the bad mixed reviews and online backlash against the film that was in full swing before release. That said, over $1 billion grossing Lilo and Stitch shows that the appetite for live-action Disney remakes is still there, but more for the 1990s, 2000 titles than for films that came out when their grandfathers. I don't agree with that at all. Now, a new report from Forbes has cited company filings which indicate the studio will end up losing a reported $168 million on the project, as they indicate the film was forecasted to be over the production budget, which cost adding up to $336 million. Yikes. That said, the UK government reimbursed $64.9 million of the movie's cost, which brings its net expenses down to $271 minus the studio share of box office revenue, an estimated 102, and that's how the loss was calculated. That said, doesn't take into account either marketing expenses, oh my God, or home entertainment merchandise. The filings go up at the end of December, so it's gonna be more than that. Marketing. Yeah, this is a disaster. I didn't hate the movie. It wasn't very good, but I didn't hate it. It wasn't like it should have been. Gal Gadot was terrible.
I mean, really.
She was terrible.
It was like an
terrible.
SNL sketch on her side of things.
She was terrible. She should not have been in that movie.
No.
Rachel was really good in the movie, but
Yep.
she did the movie no favors in her press leading up to it at all. I think it was that there were some times when I go, that's not going to push over to the mainstream media, the mainstream audience. They're not going to care. This was not one of those cases. This was the star of this, and they went away from doesn't matter if it's this or anything. If you go away from the essence of what the story is about, you're going to lose people. And
But
she
wasn't in control of what the essence of the story was about.
I mean, certainly she had a lot of input, and she made it very clear about that with why she did the movie and other things about the film. And she almost talked down to people who were fans of it initially, and then she walked those comments back, but damage had been done. And I just don't think that there were so many different factors in this thing that it just didn't work out. And like I said, I expected, when I walked in this movie, I expected one of the worst things that I ever saw, and I didn't, and I got shit for it. Oh, shit, oh my God, I thought the movie was gonna stink. I didn't think that it wasn't great, but I didn't hate it. I didn't think she was that bad. I'm sorry. I think she promoted herself like a dopey, but I'm not just gonna make it up because I thought she was good in it. She was good. She's a great singer.
She's an amazing singer.
Amazing.
And she's a great actress.
I thought she was great in the Hunger Games.
She was great.
Really good
yes.
in that. But this movie, it fools no one. It was a big stinker.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with her affecting, because I just think I go back to thinking about the general audience, and my test of the general audience is my parents. If I asked them if they had any idea about who Rachel Zegler is, they might not know, but
Right.
B, certainly not what she said about Snow White. So I just that's what I go off of what other people, whether I'm right or wrong, don't know. That's
Right.
just my opinion on that. What I think was wrong about it was like, yeah, the press was just completely mishandled. Like, there was no fun press about it. It was clear Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot didn't get along. That's fun for no one. You know, movies can be made on the two leads liking each other in press, and people will be interested in seeing that. That didn't happen at all. And then it's like, with the dwarves, that was crazy. Looks crazy from the get. And
they changed it up so many different times, and I think Peter Dinklage did not help them out on that one either. I think I think Peter Dinklage was a big part of why this movie did stinky too. And yeah, there was a lot there.
Yeah. So that's a huge huge failure.
Yeah, it was a massive
I actually didn't finish it because I was like, the gal took me. I just couldn't.
Yeah, she was bad. My 8-year-old was like, I said, what do you think, Maisie? She goes, and then at the end, I go, do you like it? And when she was watching, I was like, yeah. And then at the end, she goes, no. If she doesn't watch it 87 times, she doesn't like it. So, like, she watched the amount of times she's watched Henry Danger. I think she's on her 8th watch of the Henry Danger series. She's seen it 1,000 different times. She watches Henry Danger all the damn time, which is great because my buddy Cooper Barnes plays Captain Man. That show for parents, that is a criminally underrated kid show.
Let me see it.
Henry Danger. Watch when your little one gets old enough. It is so clever, and it's so, and Cooper is so funny, and I think that it's not fair that you get judged sometimes on because you're on a one of the Nickelodeon shows. His timing is always I've known him for years. He's got amazing comedic talent. He's a really, really funny dude, and he's great on that show. And it's one of the my wife is not an easy audience. And every single time both my kids have watched that show, and every single time you watch that show, my wife belly laughs from the stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she belly laughs. Like,
Okay, I hadn't even seen that before.
It's a really good kids TV show. It really is, and it's got those kind of jokes that works for both adults. And,
Yeah.
So, and I think Cooper should get more gigs. Cooper's awesome. If my show goes to series, I'm gonna find a role for Cooper. 100%.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
100%. I think he's so good. I think
Yeah, especially if he's funny. That's perfect.
He's super funny, and his timing is incredible. So anyway, all righty. What do you guys think about all this shit, man? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Clips, other stuff. Great. Okay. Let's get to the question, Steph. It is time. You got to take out Roka in order to continue your streak. For those people who didn't know, Roka is at 87. Steph Sabra is looking to win her 4th show in a row while she's been by herself. If she can do it, it'll be, I think, a record. But she's got, right now, currently 30. She needs 57 more to tie Roka. Here we go. Johnny Patriza, R.I.P. James Vanderbeek. Yes, and I love your avatar.
Yep.
You see that?
Yep.
Got a new member here. 89 age-year-old. Great time to be a member. A lot of unedited reactions going up right now, and they're all available for members and patrons. Michael D. Support for the lovely Steph. Have any of you heard of Undertone? New A24 paranormal horror coming out next month. No. Been some hype early already. No, I haven't heard of it. Who's in it? Tell me who's in it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like A24.
Yeah. Dennis F. Hoffman. What's up, Dennis? This show looks great. Sony TV is taking swings. Faith and Lord Miller. Also, you're starring in your show. Love it. Yes. So, first part. The show looks great. Yes, it does. And I loved what they did with the film noir stuff. I love the fact that they're taking swings. I couldn't agree with you more.
Right.
I also have faith in Lord Miller. I love that it's a TV show. I agree with Steph, and I think that I think it's going to be a surprise hit, like a real big hit.
Yeah. It looks really fun, and like you don't need much background, which I think people will be relieved about in this era of superhero stuff.
Agreed. As far as starring in the own show, yes. So I wrote the show with myself in mind for lead, and when I reworked the idea, and I reworked it from scratch with Martini Paratori, my writing partner, we structured the whole entire thing of the character for her so it fits our personalities. And now the goal is, with the castings, that we're going to start to really we're going to go after well-known actors. That's the deal. That's what we're going to try to do. So and I'm hopefully going to have my goal is that March is going to be the month that I can really start kicking this out to you guys. It's like, I hate the whole hurry up and wait thing, but it's what I've been going through for the last 5 months. Zikin Umanoglu. No way I said that right. I fall asleep to your videos on a custom playlist. I love your channel so much. So I think that's a compliment, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, so hopefully it's after a few hours that you fall asleep, but it's not right away. But that's very kind, and I'm glad that you like the channel. Thank you. JC33, has Steph seen True Romance?
I don't think so.
I just watched it with Ming, who had never seen it before.
Okay.
And it's a good one to watch, especially with Harry. You should watch it. I'm sure Harry's seen it, but it's Christian Slater. It's Tarantino wrote it, and it's Tony Scott.
Okay, but he didn't direct it.
No, he wrote it. It's the money he made from that. He made Reservoir Dogs, from what I understand.
Okay.
It's a great movie. Zekin again says fart. Thank you. Cody Vardy 211. What you do is awesome. Thank you, and it's helped me get through some tough times. That means the world to me. Can't wait to see what you do with the series you're working on. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are getting hyped up for it, because that's the if you guys aren't hyped up for it and you guys don't care, then I'm sunk. I got to get, and I feel like we're like the fact that we're meeting now every week. We're meeting now. The teams are meeting every week to make sure that we're like, okay, we want people to be excited about what we're offering. We want people to be excited about this experience. We want to do different things. And then with the team involved, I think people are going to be pretty hyped. At least I feel that way. Armada, so many movies this week. Wuthering Heights, Goat, Good Luck, Crime 101. Yeah, I think Good Luck I'm going to see on Monday. Is that true? No, it's not true. Goat, I missed out on the screening, but I'm going to go see it. I'll probably do a react. You know, Steph, you didn't see Goat, did you?
No, but I know
Hold-
it's by the same studios of Spider-Verse and K-pop.
So why don't you hold on that, because I haven't seen it either. We'll watch that together. Okay, good. Trey Warthog. Cage is just going to swing through and take some of the real estate of my heart. How dare you? The effing audacity, sir. Who the F do you think you are? He looks really good in that role.
Totally. I just feel like that role was made for him and is such a great choice for his entire later part of his career.
Yeah. JC. Logan feels so different in black and white in the good way. Oh yeah. I've never watched it in black and white. Is there a black and white version of Logan? And I'm assuming that's true.
Of the movie?
Yeah, I'm assuming that. I feel like I heard that before. I feel like there is a version.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Armada 8YT. What should be the Sean Maroney movie scoop for Hot Mic? And how should it be done? So Steph, do you remember who Sean Maroney is?
No.
Sean Maroney is the character that Ellis played in Grasping at Straws in my my pilot.
Oh, okay.
Sean Maroney. It should be like after Sean Maroney's stellar appearance on Kill Tony. Do you think are you hearing the rumors that he's going to star in what's the next project? In Apatow's next film.
Okay.
Yeah, so after Sean Maroney's after Sean Maroney should it be after Sean Maroney's viral performance on Kill Tony, do you are there I would say something along the lines of is it true that he's going to star in Apatow's next film? That's a good one. Try that and please send me the footage on that.
Yeah.
And don't everybody do it. If everybody does it, let Armada do it. Let Armada do it.
One person.
Yes, Armada will do it. Roka's in on the bit. Roka's in on the bit.
Okay.
We brought it up on Monday. Now, whether or not he remembers or not, who knows? But we told Roka about it, and maybe Roka can sell it. So let Armada ask that today on Hot Mic. Armada, AI Dice is Snyder. Now, that's the type of thing you're going to see, Andrew Dice Clay can compete in the movie Trivia Schmodown. I need another timeout. Sam Levine's complaining about what? It's almost like Sebastian.
Oh yeah, the Sebastian, Marcelo's impression of him is so good.
I don't think it's the best. I think
it's a funny SNL.
100%.
Yes.
100. I love Marcelo. 100%.
I agree. It's not like a spot on impression.
Yeah.
It's just perfect that he changed it like that for
1000%. He's gone the cartoon version of it and it works brilliant.
Yes.
I just the voice stuff. I've known Sebastian for 25 years.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Every time I see him, I'm like, this feels like a Christian friend.
Yeah, I've known him for.
You should put him in this show.
He's on the list.
Okay.
He's on the list. So I can tell you this without saying you read the script. He's on the list for Vince.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, it's like because you got to remember when you're going round and round, just wondering, just stop. Like he used to do this thing. My favorite bit that he did was the one about the latte, and he would be like, now you got grown men going to the store and they're asking, give me a frappuccino with the cream on top. You get a black coffee and you go to work. But Mad Dog.
Something like an Italian.
No. 1424 just joined. Sorry if I missed it, but did you see Spider-Man Noir trailer? And have you seen the trailer for Young Sherlock series by Guy Ritchie? Didn't know there was a Young Sherlock coming out.
I
That's
didn't know
incredible.
that either.
Really good.
I need Guy Ritchie to get back to work on The Gentleman, but I'm excited about a Sherlock series too.
Me too. And I am waiting. I'm looking for the way. By the way, I'm looking at the it's still blocked. So whenever it gets unblocked, I'll make it public. Trey Warthog, part 1. What if all these AI rollouts are a psyop and they're already perfected a decade ago and they're just normalizing it? And Kristian Harloff right here. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a simulation theory. We're already here. And all the other tubers are already interactive AI that can respond to live comments and such. You're already all Truman Show shenanigans. Yeah, that's what we literally said before. You wouldn't know. It's mind-boggling. It really is. Dougie. That's my favorite. I love when people tell me not to do it. I do it more.
Oh yeah, no, you should.
Yes. Red Carpet Talk. I was briefly part of NYU's first virtual production program with an ILM funded volume. I can confirm film schools are already teaching generative AI. Yeah. And that's today.
I feel like Sam knows everything.
Who?
Red Carpet Talk.
Oh, it's Sam. Okay.
Yeah. Red Carpet Talk is in the know.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I'm telling you. And that's today. Remember how people, for people my age, when the way they taught computer science was bullshit computers. Now they teach things like this. And they started teaching computer science and all that stuff years and years and years ago. Now, yeah, as more people learn how to do it, it's going to be nutso. Wiley OFC, I feel like AI will go the way of the music license. People will buy the license of an actor to use them in their AI projects. It all comes down to money. 1,000%. That's exactly what's going to happen. Think about it. Like if you were an actor that, was in a very popular show that since you haven't really been able to get work and people want to start making new seasons of that, but you got to sign off on it and you get to make money with them doing it. And you get money every time they do it. You wouldn't do it? Of course you would. Of course you would. I just talked to a friend the other day, actor, very successful actor, hasn't had something in a bit. And it's like, it's the worst. It is the worst feeling. I can only imagine. It is the worst feeling when you have the kind of talent that some of these people have and you're not booking stuff. And then it's like, it's like, hey, I'm able to, you want to use me to be in for that? Sure. Use my likeness. It's why a lot of these people do make their money at the Comic-Cons and stuff.
Right.
Because it's like it's a tough gig, man. It really is. And so if there's an extra way for them to sign up their likeness and make money, you better bet your ass they can take the high ground right now, but they won't be forever. I'm telling you. They just won't. You're right. Money talks. Boom or bust. Said this before as a writer. Once we get high quality AI, I'm spending money and time on creating scenes for my scripts over any other entertainment. People are being honest. Most people see that's the other part of it we didn't really cover before, Steph. So you look at somebody, right? What we discussed beforehand were the people who are already making stuff, right? Do you know how hard it is to look? I can speak just in what I'm trying to do with this show right now. I have to try to fund it through audience, through friends, through other things. I've got to try to fund it. That's one thing. I've also had the advantage, though, of taking it to people that I've met through my connections that have connections that will help the show go forward a little bit more than if I didn't have them. But I was able to build connections and do things, and I was able to use that. And I'm not naive to that. I understand that. If people don't have, and it's a huge struggle for me. I've been, like I said, 6 months. I've already been trying to figure out just how to announce, how to get it to you guys in general, and I have to wait. So if you have somebody who doesn't have any of that stuff and says, I have all these ideas that I want to do, but I can't get anybody to make it, but I have this program and I can see what it looks like. I mean, a lot of people that are going to be tempted to do that because they don't know how to knock on a door. I mean,
Right.
or the door's locked to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy for us to say, I don't use that stuff. Just make it happen. There's a lot. It's easy to say that when doors keep getting slammed in your face or you don't even know where the door is. So you get
Yeah.
someone like Boomer Bust. I have all these ideas. I want to see it come to life.
Right. I just feel like I want to be respectful about this because I get like to me it's like I totally understand that argument from like let's say nepotism or people who are just like have a ton of money and they can just like buy their way into rooms. For the rest of us though, like we moved to LA or New York, we're like in like sacrificed our lives so that we could be in the rooms where we meet people. So as much as I'm like, yeah, it's like you want to be able to get your stuff out, it's like I don't really sympathize with that too much because it's like it all the sacrifice it takes for most people to get into like what you're doing.
Let me retort that because you're not wrong. Where it's like, okay, look, what you're essentially saying is, look, if you want it, you got to go for it and you got to struggle,
Right.
right? So there's two things there. One, my generation, your generation, didn't have this potential option because if they did, let's not lie. There'd be a lot of people. And I'm not saying that you would have or anybody else that we know would have, but there would have been a lot of people in the generation that would have went that route and said, you know what, I'm not going to go pitch my thing to this thing because I'm not going to make it. I'm going to make it myself. So that's one thing. The other thing is it's not as easy for everybody. Like you have had the advantage. You've lived in California all your life, right? So your struggle was, okay, you come from the family that you come from, be like, you know what I'm going to do? I want to make this happen. I'm going to go move to Los Angeles. I'm going to do my thing. You were able to go and do your thing and take the struggle and everything too. Not everybody can move to, LA and they might have other things. Like maybe this particular guy, he's supporting his family and he can't just leave his job. He has this dream that he's wanted forever, but he can't leave. He's in Ohio and he can't leave. He's 45 years old. He's got 2 kids. And he can't leave, but he has this idea he's always wanted to make, and he can go and he can take a look and he can see how it looks. It's just
to see how it looks. Yeah, if you want to storyboard it or anything, like I'm not saying don't do it. You
I
can
know
do
you're
whatever
not.
you want.
I know.
I just don't like life isn't built for everyone to be able to do whatever the hell they want because they say it.
I know. I'm with you, but that's my point with shit's changing, and that's why our generation will share that point of view that you had. And I happen to agree with your point of view. I'm just telling you in the opposite side of things.
No, I get it.
Where I think eventually people are going to go, I want to watch, you know what? I want to write a movie today. I'm going to write a movie. I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to see how it comes out. And it's better than half the shit that it's on Netflix. And I like to do it on. And guess what? Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite actress. I want Jennifer Lawrence to be in my movie. She's going to be in my movie, and we're going to get some popcorn. Me and the family are going to watch the movie I wrote today, and that's it.
That's like,
I know.
That's insane.
But it's going to happen. It's like,
I know. I just think that's weird as fuck, honestly.
I know.
It's like,
I know.
because you say it, you're like, I deserve it. I deserve to get my favorite actress.
I know. It's crazy though. And it's one of these things where it's going to be like, okay, I didn't like the ending of Sopranos. I'm going to write the new one and I'm going to watch it. It sucks, but it's what's going to happen.
The entitlement is going to get unbelievable.
1,000%. Look how much better my ending was than David Chase.
Right.
Of course. 100%. Like look at the Star Wars stuff that's already being made. There's stuff that's already better than half the shit that they've done in the Lucasfilm, the Disney era, because the fans have captured the essence. It still looks fake. It still looks, but they're like, oh wait, you're using the real actors, and oh, why couldn't they do shit around this type of thing? It's there. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, Clip Champ Razor. Keep in mind, most of those videos are people good at prompting but aren't experienced filmmakers. It'll be scary once the two worlds merge. That's my point.
Yeah, that's what Kristian was talking about.
Yeah, like
I again, like I don't want it. My focus is never on the little guy.
Yeah,
it's still absolutely screw the corporations who are going to abuse this. Like the little guy, like someone using a plastic straw is not going to make the difference as opposed to a massive corporation that's like using private jets every single day to get to and from in terms of climate change. Like stopping one little filmmaker in Ohio is not going to make the difference of this. I'm just saying the idea of it is insane.
100%. I understand everything you're saying. Brody Bruce, I like AI from an entertainment standpoint, but as a human, it seems to be the beginning of Skynet. That I couldn't agree with more. The massive push for data centers nationwide to power this is insane. Now, besides that, and I don't know how, again, as Steph and I were talking about before, I don't know how much of this is true or made up, and you can't trust anything on the internet anymore. And Grok is an idiot. So when it comes to this AI, there's some article I saw. You guys can tell me if it's real or not, or if you know it's real. That basically said that there was this AI program that basically said that it would fight and do everything that it could to make sure that it wasn't shut off, like Mission Impossible style. Like it would do everything in its power to make sure that it wasn't disconnected.
God.
And that's the kind of stuff eventually, you're right. It's like, I'm like, look, just make it's like, yeah, it's like that's the type of thing. Like when it's when it's able to think more, and it's probably watching us right now saying this.
No, well, the crazy thing, I was literally just saw this new feature on TikTok. So on TikTok, it used to be like when you let's say Kristian and I, you upload a video and then like on the comment section, the blue search bar will be like Spider Noir, because we talked about Spider Noir.
Right.
And then you can click it and then you could see, it used to be, and it still has this feature where you could see everyone who was talking about Spider Noir and they could give you an update on Spider Noir. Now they've updated it, I'm sure, with the use of AI, and it's called TikTok Taco or I don't know. I guess it's their version of like a Siri or whatever.
Right.
And so, for example, last night I stumbled on this video about this is kind of like meta, so bear with me. It was when you kind of get like in the middle of drama. So I was like thrown into the middle of a drama, I guess, at a Houston nightclub. Okay. There was 2 girls that were involved in this drama. They posted a video explaining their side of the drama. Someone clipped it and then started explaining the drama. They're like, okay, so you might have seen that clip. This is my opinion of it. Then I clicked on the comments, like, what is this? Yeah. And then now the search bar updated. So it was called like Sugar Houston Nightclub. And I clicked on it. And it gave an entire AI overview of what the drama was. Wow. And then it posted each video of the girls and listed their names. So now for the rest of their lives, their data of their fight in Houston is now there.
Right. I know.
Insane.
It's insane. So, and again, repeating the same thing I'm saying, but that's today.
Yeah.
What is it tomorrow?
Right.
Anyway, 44. Steph needs 43 more in order to tie Roca with just around 24 minutes left. Clip Champ Razor on the simulation theory. Since we don't have realistic VR, we'd have to be in the first iteration real world or the last in the sim chain. I don't necessarily know if that's true, depending on the program itself that was set. It's like if you look at the way quantum physics works too, is the way time is, most scientists will say time is really it's running the same time, past, present, and the future at the same time. It's not just running right now. There's things that are past is running, present is running, the future is running, and is that the same thing when it comes to simulation theory? There's my this is the type of stuff I think of all the time, and it's why this is the kind of thing I think about when I'm not working and talking about movies and stuff. And it's like, we're having on. Did you know that we're gonna have on Penny Barber on this show, Steph? Me,
I have heard,
and Roxy's going to be on too.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, it's going to be me, Roxy, and Kalinowski. You're going to interview her. We already have the date locked, so we're going to do a pre-tape, and she's coming on. And one of the things too is that I'm so curious about is with that line of work. Like the last thing I want to do when I get home is start talking about movies. Right? Like one of her husband's like, "Hey, ready?" And she's like, "I did that already today."
Right.
Right. It's like. Or I'm not in the mood. Or is it the exact opposite? Some people want to talk about movies all the damn time. Come on, I want to talk about movies. Let's do. That's all I want to do. Movies. I want to do. I'll do a reaction, not even record it, and or I'll not even release it. People just want to do that stuff all the damn time. Maybe it's the same with her. I would assume so. But I'm curious. That's going to be the highest rated interview that we've ever done.
Of course.
100%.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain Mike. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize how much of a porn connoisseur he was.
Same.
He's like freakadeek.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me though.
No, it doesn't. He's a Scorpio.
Yeah. Alex BH. What's up, Alex? Personally believe that governments have technology 50 years ahead. Oh, absolutely. Of what they tell the public. So by that belief, much love and dude, I'm with you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
100%. David, as someone who's eager to make my next short, I've been struggling to get money to make it. I won't lie. AI has crossed my mind to make it happen. See that? You see where I'm going? You see what I'm saying, Steph? Is that people are going to run into that. They're going to go, look, I just want to, even if they don't necessarily post it, they go, I just want to see what it looks like. I have these characters in my head for so long. Like, I'd be lying to you if I told you, like, look, if I can make an entire, I have like 10 episodes of Shoes and Beef, the animated series that I would love to make.
Right.
And we did an animated version. We got like 5 or 6 minutes of it. We didn't have any money to do it, and the guy who animated it was amazing, and he did everything that he could for the budget that we had. You could do that in AI in half an hour,
Right.
and it's like an animation, especially. And I'd be lying if I didn't say like I'd love to see what it looked like. I'd love to see like what Brett what our script looked like and how the theme song came out, like all that. It's been something we've been working on for 22 years.
I know. I know.
So I get it, David. I get it. Go, pal. Days of Thunder is a Bruckheimer Simpson joint. It'd be fun to see the old title card like on Maverick, and maybe we could get a Duvall cameo. I can't get these glasses on, so how about that? Look at this.
Very nice. Yes.
Nightmare.
Hello.
I hate these glasses. Yeah, maybe we would. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really, really hope they do Days of Thunder. Armada 8YT. Trachtenberg for G.I. Joe reboot or TMNT. Yeah, he just signed a new deal. You know, Trachtenberg, who did the Predator movies that you liked, did Prey and your most recent one that you love, Badlands.
Yeah.
He just signed a new deal at Paramount. So maybe I'd like to see him do Ninja Turtles.
I feel like
fan
that's
of
a
him.
good pairing. Yeah.
Big fan. All right, next one here. Christian Unpronounceable support for baby socks for Steph. There you go.
Thank you so
do you
much.
have baby socks? You have all the crib? You got everything good?
No, well, we're not getting it. I have like my registry almost done, but we're not going to get it until the month before. So we have a few months. Like,
okay, when are you sending that to me?
Soon. I'm sending it at the end of the month. So to give people 2 months.
All right.
Yep.
Terry Warthog. Not sure if this was seen or mentioned already, but RIP to James Vanderbeek. Yeah, we mentioned earlier. Happened yesterday, February 11th. Thought his role in the Greedy Power Ranger short with Katie was epic. I forgot that he was in that with her. Yeah. He was actually really good, and I remember that. That was solid when that came out. We covered that pretty extensively on Schmoes, but yeah, he was what a great guy. I'm so shocked and sad.
Awful.
Yeah. Nathan, is Steph gonna want to pop on that Ready Player One headset when the child is screaming and she needs a little break? Yeah, she says no now because she's
I do
just ready.
say no now. I like him like that so naive where I'm like,
yeah,
I just feel
you
like
you want to see the little babushka,
right? I'm like she could do whatever she wants. No, I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna raise a spoiled brat, but like I'm like I feel like I'm gonna be so obsessed at this moment. So don't quote me because I know I'll get tired and stuff. At this moment, I'm like going to be like, how could I be upset? How could I not be so great? It's literally, guys, like a miracle that people can have babies. Like I'm telling you, every single week, something can happen. It's an insane miracle. So I just have to remember that when she is crying.
1,000%, but it doesn't take away the human side of you.
Of course not.
You can say, Harry, I need to sleep.
No, I'll have not smoked weed for like years by the time. And then maybe I'll be like, maybe I need an edible.
And just wait. That first bite of sushi when you can finally eat it again is going to taste like heaven.
Straight. I want to get a medium rare steak.
Yep.
Straight at the hospital bed and a plate of sashimi.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I'm going to make it to that Christmas one these days. You know that.
You got to. I'm going to.
I'm just going to fly in just for that. Mike Joyce. Just saw the Ping Pong F-Boy movie again. Timmy C is winning Best Actor, right? He's so good at playing such an awful person. So I would have told you he was a lock. I don't know if the Safdie stuff is going to play into it anymore. And
that new updated story.
Yeah, and I think that it's kind of taken a back seat now. So maybe not. I still think he's going to win.
Yeah.
Steph thinks Michael B. Jordan should win, though.
I do.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be. Timothy. I can't root against the guy. He's an amazing actor. Really I really like him.
Armada 8YT. You need to bring back the long fart noises from Claire Live. Those were my favorite. I used to like. So Roxy or Doreen or somebody would be in the middle of something, and I just would nod like Dakota, and you'd play like the big long. I mean, they're so loud, but it's a different time. It's a different time. Armada, AYT.
A fart joke will always play.
Ever. Penny Barber and Frank Biscuit star in skimpy clothing too, no strings attached. Yeah, could be. You never know. See if she's worked with him. See who. That's another question. I want to also ask: has the acting improved in these movies? Like,
oh right.
I feel like they have, and if so, like, who's the best?
Right. Who like comes to set very serious?
Like, not. That's a bad choice of words for that business, but I would say though, when it comes to like, and I'm not talking about the deed. I'm talking about the characters. Who's the best actor? I want to know. I'm
and
so
then you
curious.
should also ask her: are they afraid of AI?
No shit. And our celebrities are gonna. That's the other thing. That's the other thing is that we'll go to the dark side of things. Is that people are going to start putting themselves in, movies like that.
They are legislating them against that already.
They got to.
Yeah, that's already in Congress right now. The AI porn is
you have to
is the first, which I'm so happy that's swiftly being moved.
You have to, because that's what people are going to go to right away. Clip Champ Razor became a new member. Thank you, man. Good time to do it. Good time to do it, as I always say. Mearsum, support for the lovely Steph.
Thank
46. 46. She needs 41 to tie. 41 to tie. Can she do it with 15 minutes left? Anything with Steph, anything's possible. Michael D. Look at that picture. Everyone's always changing. Look at that picture.
That's great.
So good. Movie is about a podcast host covering spooky stuff and moves in to care for her dying mom. She sent recordings of a couple's paranormal encounter. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Armada. I need an AI video of JTE at a national spelling bee. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, do you imagine like if Schmoes Know was happening and people had opportunities to make these things, there would be videos of JTE at spelling bees, JTE winning spelling bees, JTE, like these types of things would be coming in all the time. All the time it would be happening. 100%. Rob Tasic, has Steph watched the first season of One Piece? And if so, will she be watching season 2 next month?
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. I think it comes out on my birthday week, which feels very serendipitous.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to season 2.
The trailer looked great.
Yeah.
It looked great. Nathan Drake, can I use AI to bring back the Schmodown? I can. Nathan Drake, any fear of casting friends unknowns in the show? No, not if you build around other, like, so there's enough characters in it right now that I put together a list of everybody. The thing is, when you get to a place that I'm at, it's like with I have to be careful what I say, with who's involved, right? It's like I would say, look, these are the people that I'd like to consider for it, and then the next round kind of happens from there. If the show goes to series and it does well, there's always places I can put people in general, but like you got to build to make it marketable in order for it to get to series. Does that make sense, Steph?
Yeah, but it's like I think a good mixture,
yes,
right?
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. I'm
Yeah.
still I'll get back in shape depending when you film.
It depends on when I film. And look, and like I said, even if we're filming and you're not available, that's my point. My point is that then we get a series, and then I make a role for stuff that is available. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know when that's going to land. Like, cause like,
yeah, it's the timing.
Are you allowed to say when you're due? Do you want to say that? Or
yeah,
not?
yeah, I'm due in June. So
okay, so if we shoot, let's say we shoot in July or August.
July will be tough. August, I could get there.
It might be tough, and we don't know. We got it. So anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Armada 8YT.
But you might like the milk dud effect coming out of my. You can work with it.
100%. Armada AYT for the Sean Maroney scoop. Should the chat help say it's confirmed news if Jeff has any doubt? I think the chat should say a couple of things like, I heard that as well. Man, he killed it. Sean Maroney was the man. Sean Maroney was really funny, but don't overdo it. But talk about Sean Maroney. And somebody just put in all caps, Sean Maroney with exclamation points. Go pal. Dawson's Creek was huge for me in college. He's gone way too soon. Yep. If anything good can come from this, hopefully more people do the screening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I saw a lot more people do that when like Kevin Smets was diagnosed when we were doing Showdown, and he was a big a lot of people, he had inspired a lot of people to do that. So hopefully this does the same.
Right.
Go pal. Vanderbeek was only 48. Yeah, don't put up the test. Agreed. Trey Warthog, I hit my 3-year anniversary today for working at Amazon. Nice. Can I get a Trey Scott Wharton? I'm proud of you, buddy. You're a hardworking badass. You sure are. And not only, here, watch this.
I'm gonna do it too. You ready, Steph?
I'm ready.
Check this shit out. Hold on. Let me get myself ready.
Okay.
There I is.
Hey.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Hey, Trey. Yeah, motherfucker. Trey Scott Wharton. I'm proud of you, buddy. You are a hard-working badass. Okay. Let's go. Woo! I'm dancing around. I don't eat spuds. Steph said she got milk duds. That's cool. All right. You don't like me? Let's fight. I don't fight. I'm a lover. I bang your sister. I bang your brother. Oh, yeah. I'm cool. You're not. You're a fool. Yeah. I got skills. He does have skills.
That was good.
Yep. Okay. Good. Thank you so much. All right,
Congrats, Trey.
Yeah. Where the hell am I? Where'd I go, Steph?
Where'd you go?
Here I am. Nope.
In the
All right.
Matrix.
Perfect. Okay. Next one after that. Nathan Drake. Love the Sebastian self-checkout bit. Why am I working at the store now? Yeah, it's so good. I love when he does stuff like that. Legend MM600. Hola! The Seahawks parade was awesome. From the Lumen Field to the Space Needle downtown Seattle, they talked to us fans first, too. So badass. That's cool. Congratulations to you guys.
That's awesome. I was very happy for Seattle.
Me too.
And
Go,
the
pal.
coach seems awesome.
Young dude.
Super. I saw him on Jimmy Kimmel. I was like, he was so humble.
Yeah.
He was so cool, like a normal guy. I was like, hell yeah.
Really good. He's super young guy. All right, let's see. Next one after that. Oh, sorry. Go pal. Hawks Parade reminds me of just iconic takes. He said, when is the parade? No, I need to go home. I don't remember. Go pal. I'm sure Roca and Winston would have gotten that one. Arago 4512. The Mist is getting rebooted. I read. Really? I actually enjoyed the movie that came out a while ago. Did you? I don't remember it. I don't think I've ever seen it. I know that it's popular though, but no, I never seen it. You never saw that, did you, Steph?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then Gopal says later, I effing want to stay on the parade. Oh, that makes sense. He said that too. JC 33. Who's your favorite comic villain? Two-Face is mine. I mean, I hate to say the Joker, but it's the Joker. Yeah.
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 Probably the Joker.
Last one for now. Arago 4512. Where is Spider Noir movie with NC rank on your list?
NC.
Where is Spider Noir movie? It's a TV show though, with NC rank on your list. Oh, with Nicolas Cage. Rank on your list. Where is it? The show? I think he thought it was a movie, so unanticipated.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah, it's a TV show, so it doesn't rank. Doesn't rank.
But pretty high up there for shows that I'm excited for.
Michael D. Will you do Barbara interview in Big Balls voice? I not for the first one. I don't think she would know what we have. Yeah, I don't think she knows. She would think it was a goof. You know, if I brought him up there,
right? Like, I don't want her to think you guys are making fun of her.
No, not at all. I want her to. I really want her to make sure that she feels comfortable on the show.
Yeah,
you know. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. If it comes up down the line, maybe we'll see. All right, Steph. So 53, not bad.
Not bad.
Looks like Roca took you out this week.
Okay, congrats to Roca.
That's okay. You can't win them all.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else you got going on? What's going on the channel?
Dropping. I've been a little slow on dropping videos. Just been like hard to get stuff edited right now, but I am dropping videos. And then I've been live most Sundays. Last Sunday I took the Super Bowl off because everyone was doing that. But Sundays 5 p.m. PT will be back this Sunday, so come hang out.
Okay, guys, thank you guys so very much for being here. Thank you to Steph for being here. We do. We got another one. Here we go. Armada, it's a Crime 101 review. When it comes out, I'll drop it. I missed it. You didn't get a screening for it, so I didn't go see it. I'll have to wait and probably check it out when I'll do a reaction to it. All right, that's it. Guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. Make sure you check out Steph's Abroad. Make sure you check out me and Steph, our Muppets reaction. I'm going to drop that over the weekend. So check it out. Please do it. And the question you should always ask yourself each and every day.
Did you shit in there?
That's it.